Today's story is story number 1 by Eugene Ionesco with pictures by Joel Nappersteck. Josette is 33 months old and she is already a big girl. One morning, just as she does every morning, Josette walks with quick little steps to the door of her parents' bedroom. She tries to open the door, pushing it like a dog. Then she loses patience and calls out, waking her parents, who pretend not to hear. On this particular day, Papa and Mama are tired. Last night, they went to the theater, then after the theater to a nightclub, and now they feel lazy. And it is not good for parents to feel that way. The maid loses her patience too. She opens the door of the bedroom and says, "Good morning, madam. Good morning, sir. Here is your morning paper. Here are the postcards you received. Here is your coffee with cream and sugar. Here is your fruit juice. Here are your rolls. Here is your toast. Here is your butter. And here is your orange marmalade. Here is your strawberry jam. Here are your fried eggs. Here is your ham. And here is your little girl." The parents feel sick because, to tell the truth, after the nightclub, they went to another restaurant. They don't want to drink their coffee. They don't want the toast. They don't want the rolls. They don't want the ham. They don't want the eggs. They don't want the orange marmalade. They don't want their fruit juice. They don't want the strawberry jam, which isn't strawberry anyway, but more orange. Papa's not feeling too good. "Give all that to Josette," says Papa to the maid, "and bring her back to us after she has eaten." The maid takes the little girl in her arms. Josette howls, but because she is greedy, she consoles herself in the kitchen by eating Mama's marmalade, Papa's jam, and both her parents' rolls. Then she drinks the fruit juice. "Oh, what a little monster," says the maid. "You have a belly as big as your eyes." To help the little girl so that she will not be sick, the maid drinks the coffee and eats the eggs and the ham, and also some rice with milk, which had been left over from the night before. During this time, Papa and Mama fall back to sleep and begin to snore. But not for long. The maid brings Josette back to the bedroom. "Papa, Jacqueline," says Josette. "Jacqueline ate your ham." "That's all right," says Papa. "Papa," says Josette, "tell me a story." And while Mama sleeps because she is exhausted from having celebrated too much, Papa tells Josette a story. "Once there was a little girl named Jacqueline." "Like Jacqueline?" asks Josette. "Yes," says Papa, "but this wasn't Jacqueline. Jacqueline was a little girl. She had a mama who was named Mrs. Jacqueline. Her papa was named Mr. Jacqueline. The Jacquelines had 2 sisters who were both named Jacqueline, and the 2 boy cousins who were named Jacqueline, and 2 girl cousins who were named Jacqueline, and an aunt named Jacqueline, and an uncle who were both named Jacqueline. The uncle and the aunt named Jacqueline had some friends named Mr. and Mrs. Jacqueline, who had a little girl named Jacqueline, and a little boy named Jacqueline. The girl had 3 dolls named Jacqueline, Jacqueline, and Jacqueline. The little boy had a friend named Jacqueline, and some wooden horses named Jacqueline, and some toy soldiers named Jacqueline. One day, little Jacqueline, with her papa Jacqueline, her brother Jacqueline, and her mama Jacqueline, went to the park. There they met their friends, the Jacquelines, with their little girl Jacqueline, their little boy Jacqueline, with the dolls Jacqueline, Jacqueline, and Jacqueline. As Papa is telling the story to Josette, the maid comes in. "You're going to drive the child crazy, sir," she says. "Jacqueline, are you going shopping?" says Josette to the maid. Remember, the maid is also named Jacqueline. Josette goes off to run some errands with the maid. Papa and Mama fall asleep again because they are very tired. The night before, they went to a restaurant, to the theater, again to a restaurant, to a nightclub, and then again to a restaurant. Josette goes into the shop with the maid, where she meets a little girl who is with her parents. Josette says, "Want to play with me? What's your name?" And the little girl says, "My name is Jacqueline." "I know," says Josette. "Your papa's named Jacqueline, your mama's named Jacqueline, your little brother is named Jacqueline, your doll is named Jacqueline, your grandpa's named Jacqueline, your wooden horse is named Jacqueline, your house is named Jacqueline, your little chamber pot is named Jacqueline." Then the grocer's wife, the little girl's mother, and all the customers in the store turned towards Josette and looked at her with big, frightened eyes. "It's nothing," the maid said calmly. "Don't be upset. These are just the silly stories her papa tells her." The end.